In a corner of your bathroom tonight, in a spot you've walked past 100 times without ever really looking, something is happening that most people will never notice. It might be high up, where the wall meets the ceiling above the shower. It might be lower down, in the small gap behind the toilet, or in the corner of the window where the tile gives way to the frame. It might be sitting very still, in a place so ordinary that your eyes have learned to skip over it. There is, almost certainly, a spider in your bathroom right now, and what it is doing there is not what most of us were taught to think. Of all the rooms in a human home, the bathroom is the one that surprises people most when they find a spider in it. We tend to think of spiders as belonging to basements, to attics, to the dim corners of the garage. The bathroom feels too bright, too clean, too lived in. It feels like a room that should be empty when we leave it. And yet, study after study of household arthropods finds the same quiet pattern. The bathroom is one of the most reliable places in a home to find a spider. Not because something has gone wrong, but because the bathroom offers something very specific that the spider has been looking for. And if a spider lives in your home right now, and one almost certainly does, pay attention to where it has chosen to be. That choice is not random. It is the most considered decision in its small, careful life. The spider in your bathroom is most likely one of a few familiar kinds. In much of the world, it is a long-bodied cellar spider, what some people call a daddy long-leg spider, with its thin legs and its loose, almost untidy web tucked into a high corner. In other homes, it is a small house spider, brown and quiet, hunting along the baseboards. In some homes, especially in summer, it is a jumping spider, no bigger than a fingernail, with large dark eyes that turn to follow movement. Whichever one it is in the bathroom for reasons that have nothing to do with you and everything to do with water, warmth, and the very small creatures that share this room with all of us. Water is the first reason. Spiders do not drink the way we drink, but they do need moisture, and most household spiders take it in tiny amounts from condensation. The bathroom, more than any other room in the house, produces a fine layer of moisture along its surfaces several times a day. Every shower, every running tap, every long bath leaves behind a soft humidity that lingers in the corners long after the door has been opened again. For a spider, this is not a damp inconvenience. This is a small, steady source of life. The second reason is warmth. The bathroom tends to hold heat. Pipes run behind its walls, often carrying warm water even in the small hours of the night. Tiles, once warmed, release that heat slowly. The space behind the toilet, the area under the sink, the gap behind a heated towel rail, these are some of the warmest microclimates in the entire house. A spider sitting in one of those places is sitting in what is, for its body, a quiet pocket of summer. The third reason is the one most people never think of. The bathroom is one of the busiest rooms in a home for very small insects, tiny moths drawn to lights, drain flies that emerge in slow numbers from the pipes, the smallest gnats and midges that find their way in through open windows. None of these are creatures most of us notice, but the spider notices, and the spider has chosen, very deliberately, a room where its food walks past it several times a day. So when you see a spider in the bathroom, you are not seeing an accident. You are seeing the result of a long, quiet calculation. Water, warmth, food. A place where humans pass through but rarely linger. A place that, from the spider's perspective, has been built almost perfectly for the kind of life it is trying to live. What the spider is doing in your bathroom, hour by hour, is something most of us never get the chance to watch. If it is a cellar spider, high in the corner, it is mostly waiting. Its web is not a tight, geometric pattern like the orb webs we see in gardens. It is a loose, three-dimensional tangle, and the spider hangs upside down within it. When something small flies into the strands, the spider does something very particular. It begins to vibrate its body rapidly, blurring its outline. This is not an attack. It is a way of disappearing. Most predators, including larger spiders that occasionally enter bathrooms, struggle to focus on a shape that has turned itself into a small, shaking cloud. If it is a jumping spider, the work of the day is different. Jumping spiders do not build webs to catch prey. They hunt by sight, and they have some of the sharpest vision known in the invertebrate world. The spider on your bathroom wall is, in a very real sense, looking at things. It turns its body to track movement. It can recognize shapes. It pauses, considers, and only then chooses where to leap. If it is a small house spider along the baseboard, it is moving in short, careful runs, mapping the room. Spiders return to the same routes again and again. The path your bathroom spider took last night is almost certainly a path it will take again tonight. What this all means, very gently, is that the spider in your bathroom is not lost. It has not wandered in by mistake. It is not trying to find a way out. It is, in its own small way, at home. The bathroom, for the spider, is a room of soft humidity and warm pipes and quiet hours, a room where the lights go off for long stretches and the air stays still. The fact that a person enters it briefly, several times a day, is something the spider has already learned to live around. Most household spiders adjust their movements to the rhythms of the people they share a home with. They emerge when the lights go out. They retreat when the door opens. The spider you occasionally see is not, usually, a new arrival. It is a long-term resident, briefly visible. So tonight, when the bathroom light goes off and the door closes for the last time, somewhere in that quiet room, a small life will begin its evening. A long-legged shape will shift in a high corner. A small set of eyes will turn toward a moving shadow. A careful set of feet will move along a path it has walked many times before. The spider in your bathroom is not waiting for you to leave. It is simply continuing, quietly, the life it was already living. Some of the smallest lives in our homes are the ones most deeply at home.